Hey y'all, this is Cindy. I'm the Tireless Tangler, and you've arrived at day 96 of the 100 Days of Zentangle Project 2019. Thank you all so much for making this the ride of my life. I appreciate you all so much. Our tangle today is going to be one that is special to me. It is called Sanaura. It is by one of my CZT32 classmates, Hiroko Matsuo, and she is wonderful and clever, and this is really easy, but if I have a couple of tips for you, I think. So this is done with sort of cursive M shapes or golden arches shapes or whatever is going to make you happy. We're going to end up with hearts when we're finished, so that in itself should make this very popular. And we're going to aura it, so we're going to not want to be too close to the edge. So we're basically making the top of a heart, right? So if you think about it that way, that'll make it easier. And you don't want to curl in too much on your sides, but you can. I believe in the step out, Hiroko does these very much straight up and down. And either way, it's going to work. You know me with my whimsical nature. So the next step is to go in and turn it around and fill in the blank with 1, 2. Yeah. And I probably should like that. Okay. Now for the aura. Okay. So start on one side. Go down about halfway where you feel like this would go into the V shape for the bottom. Okay. And that's where you're going to want your aura to come, and I'll show you here in just a minute. So tuck it right up there on this line. Come down about the same place on the other side and tuck it in, okay? Do that again over here. These auras can be as thick or as thin as you like. They can be as many or as few as you like, which is something that really makes this tangle stand out, at least for me. And it's not even because I like Hiroko. It's really a cool tangle. All right. So you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And you're going to want to tuck it in so that the 2 points overlap, okay? Just a little bit. And this is going to make it look like when we join up our V shapes, that's going to make it look like it goes behind. All right. So over here, do your final one. Let's see. And again, it does not matter how thick or thin your auras are. All right. So I'm going to stop with 1 aura on this one. I may or may not add extras on my art on the pattern, but for this is okay. For a demonstration, this is good. It doesn't get too busy for you guys. All right. Now we're going to go through and take this outer aura here, and we're going to join it into a V down here. Okay. So you're going to want to start right here where that comes out, and then you're going to want to extend it up here so that it matches where this one happens, right? And then you simply add an inner aura. How pretty is that? Okay, let's do that here. So I've already got this aimed the right direction. We're going to go right here on this outer line and join up with this outer line on the other side. And then we're just going to aura that. Yeah. Look how simple that is, but so pretty. I can see how this might get confusing for some people if you forget your aura-ing. And make sure you do it on both sides. This really is quite simple and elegant and beautiful. I like it so much. Remember, when you connect these, that you're going for the outer edge and not the inner one. Your inner one will hook up like that. Now, you have a very pretty little pattern to embellish. Embellishing, you say, sounds like fun. So I'm thinking apparently I'm not thinking out loud either. So I'm going to black this one and leave a little sparkle in the top of it. Remember, a sparkle is an area that would normally be blacked but is left blank in order to create a highlight or the effect of a highlight. And in hearts, the perfect place to do that is right on the apex of each curve. So at its highest points. Alright, this is the part that I always mess up, so I'm going to slow down. Add some careful hatch lines going up in here so that I leave a little bit of white. Isn't that pretty? Alright, let's do this side. Or we could leave it blank. I don't know. Got that one a little bit high. The highlight, I mean. But it'll work. Now, this works with additional auras. If I had wanted more auras, I could have done more auras and then joined up the V's on the bottom, and that would have worked too. I just didn't want to do that version for you because I felt like for some it might be a little confusing. And I wanted you to see the simplicity of this before anybody got excited about it being difficult. Well, that one did not turn out so nicely for me, but you get the idea. What else could we do here? We could orb these. Or use smushed orbs, like in Perk. Probably not my best choice. And then black in around there. In the little nooks and crannies, as I call them. Yeah. Oops. You know, it's never a good sign when I start doing that. Alright. So that's something to consider. I actually like the effect of that. And depending on how wide your aura is, that might work. What else would work here? Something simple, like something really simple, like oh, that worked out. Anyway, and then put a little black triangle inside there. Or even on one side. Put a little dot in the other side. That's kind of pretty. I like that one. So embellish your little hearts out on this. Ah, that was funny. And I didn't even plan that one. Usually I try to plan those. You could also do something simple like dots and dashes to just create some simple interest here. That is a really easy way to dress something up without spending a lot of time on it. Trust me, I know a lot of those. All right. Sanaura. Isn't that pretty? It's supposed to be my name, but I want to write this pattern name because it's so pretty. It's the word aura in Zentangle, which counts for the auras around the hearts. And San, oh, there's an explanation for this and I've forgotten it. She told me. San is from, maybe it's from Sayonara. I don't know. I will have to ask her again. This is the 5th, I think. If it's a day ahead or a day after, forgive me. I'm still very confused. And I'll just put my little name down here. Let's get this bad boy in the pattern and see how it turns out. Now, what should I do with this pretty little thing? Let's put it right here. And I'm going to go, well, we're going to see how we go. Where is it? I lost my space. There it is. Okay. I'm going to do, now I'm not going to want to get it close on the top or the bottom, but I'm going to try to curve it a little bit, and I don't promise that I will do a very good job of it. We're going to try. So I'm going to start here. And the way I like to draw this is more of a continuous line thing. Yeah, so this would be like that. Yeah, that'll work. And let's see, what do I want to do aura-wise? The other thing I wanted to mention is that you can vary the auras from spot to spot. If you want to put 3 on this one, 1 on this one, 2 on this one, you can. It'll still work. All right. So I'm going to start with an aura on this one that's not too thick. And tuck that right in there. Then I'm going to come out here. Tuck it in. Right like that. Oops. That was a little big for that, but we'll make it work. Okay, so I've got that far. I think because I have a little extra space in here around this edge, I want to add an extra aura here. And here. And here. If you run into another spot, just go under or over as you need to on that. All right, now, should I add another one on the other side or leave them single? I think I'm gonna leave them single just to be interesting and see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the single ones. And I'm going to take this outer aura and join it up. Well, try to join it up right there. Okay, then I'm going to bring in the second aura, and it's just going to be a hint. Okay, and then I'm going to do this one, and that's going to be simple enough, like that. Let's do this one. I don't even think we're going to be able to see this one. We're not. So we're just going to pretend that's there, which works for me. Outer aura down. So that one is going to be out of the picture, if you will, and that one can't fit anymore. All right, so, oops, I forgot to finish this. There. Ooh, do I need one more? I need one more. Like that. So now these look like they're single, and this looks like a great big honkin' heart. Boy, I'm happy with the honkin' lately, aren't I? All right, so I'm doing exactly the opposite of what I told you, which was start with your outer aura. But I think this will work too for you. Yeah. But see, the single ones work with the big ones here. So, you know, the sky's the limit. Let your creativity guide you. All right. Oops. All right. We're going to call that done. And now for some fun embellishing. First, I think I'm going to continue to aura this just like this. And I think I'm going to patch this out just a little bit. Slow down. About to sing again. I'm afraid to say anything because these are going pretty well right now. We don't want to jinx me. Not that I believe in that stuff. All right, so let's aura over here. And oops. And these auras are not part of the pattern. They are an outer aura, sort of used to redefine the area. All right, and then I'm gonna add these, see if I can get the angle the same. It's gonna be tough. We're gonna do the best we can here. Hopefully that's a small enough space where nobody's gonna know or care. All right. And that right there will emphasize the pattern and help the background, the negative space, not be so glaring. So I want to black my initial auras, the small ones right in the middle. If I can leave the sparkle without making a mess. Hold your breaths, everybody. No, don't. I don't want anybody passing out. Especially me. And then see what a difference a little bit of that makes. And not that this isn't fine, blacked, just the way it is. But that is something called a tangle enhancer, which is something extra that you can do to your tangling to make them look better. Not that they don't look great already. I'm still thinking about the R's. I think I'm going to add them going the other way, or add the blacking the other way too, because I really like the way that looks. I think blacking with sparkling is one of the most effective tangle enhancers. It's one of the things that attracted me right off, and I wanted to immediately know how they achieved that. And then I started mimicking everything I saw. So I think it's really effective. Let me know in comments what y'all think. Do you like sparkling your blacked in areas like this, or do you prefer to just go matte all the way? I think that's a fine question to ask. And now on this one, I could black the big one instead. And that would be perfectly fine if I did that. But I don't want to tempt fate. So we're just going to do this one. Fate and I have not been getting along well lately, so we don't want to push any buttons. Things are relatively calm, thank God. Thank God. And so we're going to keep them that way if we possibly can. My little one's at the lake, having fun with his family. So that's awesome. I hope he has a great time and comes back safely. There. Oh, I like it. I like it. See why I like the blacking with the sparkle? It's just really classy. All right. Just has the ability to really finish the looks off. I frequently start with the sparkle area because that is the part I tend to get wrong or encroach on if I leave it till later. And so I like to get that mapped out in the beginning so I don't cause problems for myself, which happens more than you might think. Or maybe not. Maybe you think I'm as wacky as I actually am. That would be fine, because I actually am that wacky. I appreciate you guys for liking me anyway. It's very kind of you. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's do this one. Plus, it hides a multitude of problems. Stray lines. Stray lines. Stray lines. That's at least my multitude right there. Did I mention the stray lines? One more, guys. Yeah, almost there. Isn't that really pretty? That's such a pretty effect. I want to move this up a little bit so I does not get lost in that. All right, let's get the last one done. And this is beautiful even without shading. And I'm not even sure what there is to do on shading. I know I'll put some in the area where I put my hatch marks, if that is indeed what those are. Alrighty. I think Simba just opened the back door. How does he do that? He doesn't have thumbs. Simba. Okay, guys. That is a very pretty little pattern. For shading, I think the only thing I really want to do is put some graphite on the background, on the outside of where I arid, just to give it a little color, push it back into the background to make it less big deal. Ooh, I forgot that one, didn't I? And I just want to give it a little bit of graphite around the edge and blend that up into the main part here, actually. And where'd my tortillon go? Actually, paper stump. Really have to find that tortillon. It's starting to get annoying. And the thing is, I have packages full of them around here, but I can't find any of them. Because I don't believe in being without art supplies. That is a very low place for me to be. All right, I like that. Now, the other place I am wanting to shade is like this. All right, maybe a little bit down here. Don't really have any here, but we'll do this, and we'll hit that in a minute. So all I'm doing is laying down, for me, what I generally do is pick a side, and for me it's left. And laying down the graphite, and then I'm putting a little bit on this center part with the hearts, where the R is, to sort of give a depth impression there. And let's see, which side would that be on over here? Left, Cindy, left. So that doesn't need one because it doesn't have the second aura. So I think we're good. Let me blend this really quickly. We'll call it a day. I'm really starting to feel sad, guys, about this project being over. I'm going to miss those of you who aren't here every day. I'm going to miss you guys a lot. And for those who will still come back, I'm going to be grateful for you. So yeah, I'm feeling a little sad. But to make that go away, I'm going to black this other heart and feel better when I'm done. Because at the Tireless Tangler, we tangle tirelessly, don't we, guys? Right. I think that's it. I'm calling it a day. You can't see it anyway, so awesome. All right, guys, that is Sanaura. It is by Hiroko Matsuo. She is a CZT 32 in Japan and a lovely person. And I love this tangle. It's really cute and really pretty and has lots and lots of possibilities. So you guys give it a try. Let me know in the comments how it goes, and I'll see you tomorrow.